In the past, the phrase Chinese car often evoked smirks and skepticism, as if to say, well, it's Chinese, so they must have cut corners wherever possible. But those days are over. The times have turned the page. The Chinese are not merely catching up, they are already stepping on the heels of the Germans, and in some respects, they have surpassed them. This is not a theory. It is a fact confirmed by solid engineering. A vivid example is the new GAC S9 crossover. And do not think this is yet another attempt to play premium. This is a serious contender. The S9 is genuinely capable of competing with major players like Range Rover. Its exterior design is sleek and confident, with that very same premium vibe we typically associate with Europe. Remove the badge, and one could easily mistake it for a British or German vehicle without blinking. Forget the past when Chinese meant cheap and cheerful. Now it means expensive and impressive. The S9 is a bold entry into the top tier, and judging by the signs, the Chinese intend to stay there for the long haul. It all began in the spring of the year 2025, when GAC introduced the S7 crossover to the market, the first model in a new wave of design. But it did not remain alone for long. Soon, the flagship card was revealed, the Trumpchai S9, and that is when the real game with adult rules began. At first glance, the S7 and the S9 do indeed look very similar, and this is no coincidence. Both are designed in GAC's signature style, which the company itself has named Hidden Edges in Fluidity. It may sound like the title of an art exhibition, but visually it appears genuinely high-tech and stylish. The difference lies in the nuances. The S9 has a slightly larger body, with more pronounced accents, but overall, the design language is consistent. It is clearly evident that these models belong to the same family. The front end is strict and modern. Slim, light-emitting diode headlights are connected by a glowing strip that elegantly continues beneath the hood. Below, it is not just a decorative bumper. There are 3 hidden air intakes, 1 large central intake and 2 on the sides. On the roof sits a light detection and ranging system, which is no longer a luxury but a standard feature for vehicles with a technological focus. From the side, it resembles a classic crossover. Concealed door handles, mirrors mounted on stalks, everything as expected. The standard wheels are 20-inch in diameter, but for those who want something more impressive, 21-inch wheels are available for an additional cost. The rear end deserves a separate mention. At the top is a neat spoiler, which is not merely for aesthetics. It adds a dynamic character to the design. The vertical taillights have an hourglass-shaped pattern that captures attention at first glance. Between them stretches a slim light strip across the entire width, providing a cohesive and striking appearance. Additionally, the body can be ordered in a 2-tone color scheme. And yes, it truly looks premium. Now to the dimensions. The S9 measures 5,060 millimeters in length, 160 millimeters longer than the smaller S7. The width remains unchanged at 1,950 millimeters, while the height of the S9 is 20 millimeters lower, 1,760 millimeters. Add to that an increase of 100 kilograms in weight, and the result is a more solid and substantial vehicle. As for the ground clearance, there is no exact information yet, but it is reasonable to assume it is approximately 200 millimeters, similar to the S7, if not slightly more. In summary, the S9 is not merely the older sibling, it is a true flagship, with a distinctive character and an appearance that speaks for itself. This crossover is built on the new EV Plus platform, and this is not just a trendy slogan. The base is universal, suitable for both pure electric vehicles and plug-in hybrid models. For now, the S9 is released in a hybrid version equipped with a gasoline engine with a displacement of 1.5 liters and a power output of 160 horsepower. But the key point is that this engine is not just symbolic. It drives the wheels and generates electricity. When the car enters the highway, the engine directly connects to the front axle without any unnecessary energy losses. Nevertheless, the main propulsion still comes from the electric motors, one at the front and one at the rear. GAC has not yet disclosed their specifications, but logically, it should be similar to the S7. 160 horsepower from the internal combustion engine, and 231 from the electric motor. In total, 392 horsepower combined. However, if you choose the all-wheel drive version, there is an additional electric motor on the rear axle, and the entire system delivers 501 horsepower. Yes, half a thousand. And this is not a sports car, but a crossover. Impressive. The power supply is provided by a battery from Contemporary Amperex Technology Limited, with a capacity of 44.5 kilowatt-hours. On pure electric power, the driving range reaches up to 252 kilometers, according to the Chinese testing cycle, which, as we know, tends to be optimistic. But even if the real figure is slightly lower, it is more than enough for daily driving. And if you want to go out of town, the gasoline engine activates and the range instantly increases to 1,200 kilometers. You can easily travel to another region. Charging, everything is in order. Fast charging from 30 to 80% takes only 15 minutes. While you are drinking your coffee, the vehicle is already fully recharged. The interior of the S9 is a story in itself. While the S7 represents modernity and minimalism, here you are greeted by a level that can confidently be called premium. Black walnut, natural wood inlays, luxurious Napa leather. Once inside, you truly feel like you are in a luxury vehicle. Everything is assembled with care and refined taste. The instrument cluster no longer protrudes on top, but is neatly integrated into the dashboard, creating a solid and elegant look. The air vents are prominently displayed, unlike the hidden ones in the younger model. The entire control system is centralized in the multimedia unit. It truly functions as the brain of the vehicle, encompassing climate control, settings, and entertainment. The center console is now more convenient. 2 wireless charging slots, cup holders, and a wide armrest with a storage compartment for small items. There are versions with either 2 or 3 rows of seats, depending on your needs, whether you prefer a business class feel or a family liner. If you opt for the 3-row version, the second row features individual seats with electric adjustment, zero gravity effect, and an 18-point massage function. These are not just seats, they are personal spa zones. Even on the longest journey, you may only get tired from trying out all the available features. And of course, the ceiling-mounted screen for rear passengers is included. No longer a luxury, but a standard feature for a crossover of this class. The official luggage compartment volume has not been disclosed, but visually, there is ample space, even in the 5-seat version. Everything fits: suitcases, a baby stroller, grocery bags, and still room to spare. Additionally, there is a compartment under the floor for small items you always carry but do not want in the way. Now let's talk about intelligence. This is serious. The vehicle is equipped with Huawei's top-level ADS 4.0 system. It includes a laser LiDAR with 192 lines, a 4-dimensional radar operating in the millimeter wave range, and a powerful sensory network that compiles all data into a unified whole. The vehicle does not merely observe, it genuinely thinks to avoid emergency situations. This is no longer just a road assistant, but a partner that reacts faster than you can blink. GAC is already on the starting line, preparing to launch its new flagship model, the S9. It is expected to appear in China around the 3rd quarter of the year 2025. Exact pricing has not yet been revealed, but it is clear that it will cost more than the junior S7, which starts at $24,300 United States dollars and reaches nearly $32,000. According to preliminary forecasts, the base version of the S9 will be priced from $34,500 United States dollars, while the top configuration could reach up to $48,000. And frankly, considering what this vehicle offers, this is a fully justified price. It features premium interior finishes, advanced engineering, and technology that can confidently compete with market leaders. That is all for now. If you enjoyed this, support us with a like. And if you would like more reviews like this, be sure to subscribe. Share your thoughts in the comments. Is the S9 just hype, or has it truly stepped up to the next level? Your feedback is always valuable. See you in the next videos.